The brain is territorial, he says. What is that? Why we dream? Because every region holds its thought through constant electrical activity. So there are regions of electrical activity in the brain, and if they find a region that is not working, they take it. The moment a region goes quiet, its neighbors start invading. That makes sense?
It does. The one thing you're talking about, though, with visual, I want to add something else to this, because I just think, I am not afraid of going to the woo-woo parts of the discussion. And I wonder, because what this particular story has brought up with people in the comments in our chat rooms tonight is that it was a full-on sensory experience. It wasn't just seeing, it was feeling the pains of childbirth. It was feeling the elation of having skin-to-skin contact with a child that you just brought into the world. It was, and then of course the depression of having it all coming away. I mean, we've all felt that kind of like letdown after having a really good dream and waking up and whatever. We've also all felt the relief of waking up from a really bad dream and realizing that it is not a good thing. But as far as this whole concept of timelines and, going to sleep in one world and waking up in the next, have you ever explored that thought, or is it always just localized to here and what our brain is generating?
What can I say? I don't know. Dreaming or being in coma is essentially the need to maintain the activity of the brain so they don't lose function. But what the content is our unconscious. What is our unconscious? Our unconscious is our world of view, our desires, our fears, all of that is unconscious. Our world of view, our values, our beliefs, all of that is unconscious. It is the core part of our identity, you name it. I would say our personality, okay? So there's a sea of a lot of information. 95% of the brain activity is unconscious activity. We talked about that the last time. Do you remember that?
Oh, yes.
Yes, so it's a moment also that is the most plastic moment of the brain, the most soft and able to reconstruct its structure, if that makes sense.
It does. So you come from a little bit more of a practical standpoint, that especially in a suggestible state or almost like a vegetable state, when you are in a coma, that these lives that we live and the things that we do are more of the body doing whatever kind of maintenance, not to have the mind atrophy.
Yes, but also we are consolidating our story, our identity, and we are also calculating the future, anticipating. If I have a nightmare, for example, and I had a nightmare before my first teaching course in hypnosis to doctors. I was afraid, stressed. So the night before, I started a 3-night workshop with doctors, teaching hypnosis to them. So I have a nightmare. The nightmare was, of course, that they didn't like it. Boo! No, give me my money back. So it was a nightmare. And I started the course. First night, everything was well. Second night, good. Third night, at the end, come the organization, makes the evaluation. Every student evaluate my work. And there was an old woman doctor that says, I don't like your presentation, your citations are wrong. And I, instead of get frozen, shocked, I was cool because I lived that before, so I was not frozen. That makes sense? And I said to her, so if you don't like it, why are you here 3 nights? And please give the lady the money back. No, and she said, no, please. No, sorry. So that's the 3 functions mainly, I think, is dreaming.
I do that.
Daydreaming as well.
Yeah, that's...
Also, sorry. One last thing, sorry. And also is the moment when we can go forward from trauma. It's the best moment to reorganize our neuropathways to get rid of trauma. Sorry, go away.
No, a couple of things. Number one, I hope if I ever do any kind of like, I want to do some directing next one day. I have a lot of things written. If I ever do cartoons, I want you to voice one of the cartoons. Everybody always loves when you call in for any amount of time because you got this great voice, and so that's number one. Number two, what you described, it's funny because everything you're talking about, testing out. Testing results for certain courses of action and how you would respond in favorable conditions or in conditions where you might get rejected by a peer or a business partner or a teacher or something like that. And in almost like these testing and practicing for certain situations and certain outcomes. It's funny because I mean, that's mostly what we do when we daydream as well. And it's just another example of how daydreaming and sleeping at night are very similar things, but just with a little bit less focus because her eyes are closed. But I think that it leaves a little bit more of a question as to what that added layer of, like lucidity or maybe leaving the body is all about. When people,
I like it.
Yeah.
I have some information about that. Did you hear about the microtubules we have in our neurons that are tiny microtubules of carbons that they vibrate and they are sensible to electromagnetic fields? And there's a theory for Nobel Prize winner that says that his theory of consciousness based on quantum activity of these microtubules that vibrate in three different bandwidths. So there's that, and there's the article I sent it to you the first time about the topological algebraic theory of the brain. They are scanning the brain, not 1 cubic millimeter of brain activity. And do you remember the article?
I think I do. That was one of the first times you came on.
Yes, that was why you invite me.
Yeah,
we didn't read it or we didn't publish. I have published in my ex. So, but basically, is that they prove by digital way, scanning the brain, that the brain works in 11 dimensions.
11 dimensions.
Topological, algebraic, mathematical way.
Wow. Okay.
So there's that.
Yeah, it's very good. I've definitely been to at least 5 or 6 of those dimensions just last night. No doubt about it. Okay, Giulio.
Exactly.
Giulio, just for everybody out there, because